Hello and welcome to another update video about Dogecoin. So we currently see corrections left, right and center. Nothing necessarily more bearish than what we've seen in recent weeks, but you can see that this uptrend here, we are starting to face headwinds, and the price has, it's much more difficult for the price to really push higher and higher. We start to see the bearish divergences on various time frames, and discussed this now various times anyway, that a correction could be coming. Only in the last video we talked about that the wave 5 here, that high, could possibly now be in this larger B wave. So again, summary here, the yellow count is the bearish count, in which we would prefer a direct sell-off into the region below 5.5 cents. And in the direct sell-off, and to be honest, Dogecoin also didn't really perform very well in this move up. So the long anticipated correction now finally starts, as it seems. Bear in mind, it's not that strong yet. What I wanted to emphasize here is the idea that at the moment we're still preferring here the view that this was an A wave, this was a B wave and a C wave to the upside, and we're coming down now. It's completed a wave 4, that we're now coming down in an ending diagonal in a wave 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that each of these subwaves, of course, consists of an ABC, because it's an ending diagonal. Now, of course, again, I can only repeat it, nobody knows the future. There's always an alternative count, and that alternative count assumes that we have a low already in. It's not a great count, and therefore not my primary expectation. This count would assume we had a 1-2 setup here and another 1-2 setup here, and that we bottomed here most recently end of December, and that we're now moving up in a wave 1. Now, the problem is that this looks very corrective, still very choppy, not clearly impulsive. Therefore, we need to still be on the lookout for lower prices, and that's also still, as I said, my expectation. However, again, nobody's doing crystal balling here, and I mentioned it many times before, and I try to preach it. It doesn't matter what the primary count is, what the secondary count is, or whatever. In fact, I don't really like that terminology. What is important is that you should not trade the count, you should trade where the risk is low. And here in the so-called alternative count, which would be the direct breakout count, which is the white one, where we can look at 5 waves to the upside incoming here. And we might have completed that wave 1 finally. I mean, either way, we did expect 5 waves complete, because in the bearish count, we had here an A, B, C with 5 waves complete in the wave C. And if it's a bullish count, of course, 5 waves up off the low could complete a wave 1, which you can see here. So the white count is the bullish count. The yellow count is sort of the bearish count. And for the white count, we have defined a support area between 7.2 cents and 8 cents. So between the 78.6 FIB and the 50% retracement. Maybe leave it a bit space, always, you need to know that we are looking here at the Binance chart, but other exchanges might have slightly different support areas, slightly more relevant support areas somewhere else, a few cents different, not cents different, but a few fractions of a cent different. So, don't set your stop loss necessarily too tight, but that's what I mean, when the chart puts even the alternative count or an alternative count into advantage, then that might be worth trading. Now, still, I wouldn't necessarily trade this. There are more reliable charts, but still, it's a support area where you could choose to scale in, where the risk might be low in this area, which is relevant for the wave 2. And I think the way it's going now, we could be entering that area. Surely it could still push a bit higher here, maybe one more time. But at the moment, it looks like the correction is starting. Surely when we've made the first lower low, then I think we have a good confirmation that it's coming down. Maybe the next one here could give us further confirmation, 8.4 cents. But then again, we broke out of this channel to the downside. To be honest, I haven't defined it very well here. You could say like that, but also here we now broke out to the downside, and it looks like this channel is breaking, and there's different ways of drawing this, maybe an ascending broadening wedge here. Either way, seems to be breaking. You could also say that we had here an ending diagonal, here at the end, and the count might be a little bit different, but then again, still 5 waves up, So either I'm counting this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could also count the entire move up here as a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. that's also possible. Doesn't matter, 5 waves complete, and now we are on the lookout for further downside. And in all likelihood, I would expect the price to reach that area now. Again, what I said, we could still push higher maybe once more, but we are sort of at the end of this move, and that trade setup is going to be ready when we reach the price range. Okay, that's my update about Doge. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.